Hello guys and welcome to Purpose Built with myself, Simamkele Dial. Thank you for joining us and welcome to our home.
And myself, Dial-Makhubalo. Thank you for joining us on Purpose Built with Simamkele Dial. Dial for now.
Right, guys, we haven't seen this face in forever. Where have you been?
On the other side of the camera.
Yeah, that's where he's been. I don't know why we haven't been recording together.
Because we procrastinate.
Yeah, actually, that's the only problem we have. So we'll try to do better. Okay, cool. So this is the first episode of a segment I am calling Becoming Mrs. Makhubalo. And Mr. Makhubalo here is here because I am becoming Mrs. Makhubalo.
I'm going to be asking the questions. That's why I'm here.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, episode 1 of Becoming Mrs. Makhubalo.
Take one.
Actually. And you guys can, comment below, ask any questions or anything you want me to talk about in this journey of becoming Mrs. Makhubalo. So, yeah. Yes. Shoot. First question.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. I was just joking.
Why are you going to ask questions?
All right. Are you having a wedding?
No, I am not having a wedding. We are not having a wedding.
How do you feel
about not having a wedding?
Yes.
Okay. So, this question is a question that someone asked me on Instagram as well. When the wedding day is. Actually, it wasn't one person. It was a number of people who asked me when the wedding will be. And I was just like, I don't know, right?
That's irresponsible.
So, of me to not know when the wedding is going to be. Yeah, guys, and if I get pressure, but then
lack of planning.
No. So, let me tell you the truth. I have never known when the wedding day is or was going to be. From the time we got engaged, I did not go into planning a wedding. There were many dynamics that played a contribution to that, though. Firstly was that we were still in COVID, still are in COVID. So that didn't make sense. But second to that was that our situation, and I'm saying our situation in terms of the dynamics of what has played out, in I don't know how to describe that. What? Our family dynamics. That's the word. Our family dynamics also played a contribution to that, right? And I'm happy to go into a little bit detail on that, probably, in the videos that are to come. But because of those things, I didn't go already into planning a wedding.
We had a couple of hurdles.
Yes.
So, I think priorities shifted from the whole big hoo-ha celebration to just getting, when you need to get to or over the line. Because it just seemed like everything is just shifting and there's just a lot of delay.
Yeah.
So I think through that experience, and I mean, as things get together and as things unfold, and the processes have been complete, we'll be in a better position to share everything like that.
Yeah. In terms of the details of those dynamics.
Yeah, so I guess from that, we then decided, I guess, it wasn't more my decision. It was the lady's decision, because I personally feel the wedding is more about the woman.
You always say this.
And I feel I don't like that. It's your time to shine.
I don't understand that. And I think maybe that's also a societal narrative that the but I think we've also even seen this with looking for rings, that like it's so focused on the woman
Exactly.
that, you know, but it brings a challenge also, because if you're starting a marriage from that perspective, that the entire thing is about the woman, you also are at the risk of making the woman carry the load of the marriage itself.
But remember, every time we've had this conversation, I've always said the procedure and the day, I feel, is more
For the woman.
for the woman. I mean,
Yeah.
yes, you play a role. Doesn't mean that I'm just gonna rock up. You're gonna give me a date and a venue, and I'm just gonna rock up. I mean, you go through the planning process together.
Yeah,
Right?
but it's more about
But I mean,
her.
it's the limelight is on
It's
you.
on the girl,
You know,
the bride.
it's on you. Like your dress, the makeup, the nails, the ring, the diamonds. You know.
But that's maybe we should have a conversation as a whole, as a people, that, you know, what is the intention of the wedding itself? Because if guys, if you're looking for, I'm sure men who have gone looking for rings, you know, engagement rings, or looking for wedding bands, you would have seen this dynamic where there isn't much focus on the guys. Like, you guys have, even your rings are cheap. Then, you know, and then you'll find that the more expensive ones, it's because of, you know, particular things that maybe you want diamonds in it, or you want a special like platinum or whatever. But that's what's causing it. But like, you can buy 1,000 rand ring, or you can buy a 2,000 rand ring.
Poorly.
Uphole,
Yes.
okanye ufake you can get a silicone one and you're just chilled, right?
Yeah, and we've had that debate.
Yeah. So I think that the pressure, even that thing of the wedding becoming about the woman, sets a narrative already that niqala umshado, where it's the focus is one-sided.
I bet you're going too deep.
Yeah, but I think on the larger scheme of things,
you're going too deep. You're
okay,
going too
fine, it's fine. We can continue that conversation another time, but I think it's a necessary conversation to have. Nonetheless, we are not having a wedding now, but we are getting married sometime soon. Soon, right? And that was, you know, my decision, which became his decision, because I was like, also. But yeah, also guys, I never, as I said, I didn't go into the planning mode stage. It just was not my vibe. But I also didn't go into that planning stage because I have particular standards that I think my wedding, you know, should look like. And if it's going to get to that standard, then we need to wait a few more years to get to a particular financial position for us to have it.
Accepting
But actually,
donations.
that's not even me.
Like
It's both of
donations.
us. But it's both of us. Let's tell the truth. No. It's both. Tell the truth.
Which truth?
The fact
Your
that
truth.
you have an expensive taste too.
Your truth.
Tell the truth.
I'm
Sylvia.
very simple. Very simple.
He is lying, guys. I think actually Sylvia's his taste is way more expensive. Actually, your taste is more expensive than mine.
If you say so.
Remember how much that ring you wanted was?
No.
It was more than 20,000 rand.
No.
It
That's a lie.
was.
That's a lie.
Tetinyani.
That's a lie.
Tetinyani.
That is a
That
lie.
platinum one that you wanted.
That's a lie.
It's fine, guys. It's fine. I got a Tetinyani, but now I can tell you that Siva's got really expensive taste. So do I. Added to that is that I'm very particular, and I'd rather have a wedding that's going to tick all my boxes, because for me it's a party. Yeah, it's a party. And what's more important to me is us getting married than the like me wearing a white gown. So yeah, how do I feel about that? I'm okay, but I have that kind of lando in don't know. I was saying this to you that when I analyzed why I would want a wedding, like right now, really is not about me, but other people. And
so for now, other people have asked donate.
Or other people, Baba chat to other people, then they can donate.
So so everyone that's been asking wedding dates,
you're welcome to donate. Is that in email? But it was for other people, and also London and Litata in Dabana, I would be the first in my family to have a white wedding. And that was a special thing to me. But even when I analyzed that, because misanalysis in there, analyze I realized that it wasn't even, I think it was coming from a very what's that word that you used?
Which word? You know my memory is bad.
Egotistic. Like it came from a very, like as if, getting married or having a wedding is like an achievement type of thing, right? And so I had to deal with my heart when it comes to that as well, because it isn't about that. Us getting married is not about me walking down the aisle in a white dress. That's not the marriage. And God had to establish in me that, our marriage was beyond even what we have experienced and what we're experiencing in terms of challenges.
Yeah,
right.
True.
And so that's why I even never, like I never even said to you, Ba, when are we gonna have a wedding type of thing, because that was not a thing to me.
But you planted the seed.
I planted the seed of getting married,
yes,
but not a wedding day,
because
that was not important to me, and it still isn't. Like a wedding is not important to me. Getting married is more important to me, because I understand the depth of what that is. A wedding is just a wedding to me.
Just a day.
To me. And if you are having a wedding, you're rightful in your position to have a wedding. Celebrate it, enjoy it. I am by no means saying that it's a wrong thing to do, but for me, and I think for our context, we can have a wedding later.
So that you have the most expensive wedding.
Yeah, without debt also.
Yeah, okay.
Without debt.
Konzima.
Would you want to have a wedding in debt?
Yeah, you know how I feel about it.
Exactly.
In general, you know how I feel. So.
How do you feel about not having a wedding? Because I know that it's something that you kind of, you did not imagine not having a wedding.
Yeah, so I think for me, it's more of a norm kind of thing. So it's just now learning something totally different to what I've always been used to.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is what normally happens, this is how it happens, and now it's like, okay, how do I explain it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so I think that's another thing.
It's like, how do I explain it? And I think one of the biggest challenges was to just accept where we are, what's going on, and sort of refocus and prioritize the important things. So that's the thing. It's easy to just go with the flow of how things have always been done, and be under pressure because you're like, now when and you also don't know now, because now you challenged by how does this play out, so I guess those are the questions I had, and I was like getting to a point of understanding, but okay, this is more than just a day, and that we all have different paths. So I think to the fact that you always idolize and sort of want to walk a particular path that whoever has walked it before, the same way, was one of the things that I was like, I think that's where the light bulb for me came, was that knowing that, okay, you know what, this is our journey.
And it's different.
It's going to be different. I mean, it's to get to this point. It came with a lot of it came with a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
I mean, it came with a lot of challenges. So, I think expecting things to go the normal way was, I'd say, very naive of me or of us, because nothing has particularly been a norm. It's just always been like sort of corners and all that stuff and obstacles, and I mean, we all face obstacles. It's not anything special to us, but I guess you just navigate your journey, and then there's certain things you're going to need to accept and go through it, because there's particular lessons that we need to learn or we have learned thus far about ourselves. Even, I mean, being taken out of the norm puts you in such a situation where you ask yourself more questions than what you would if things were just free flowing as normal. Because free flowing as normal, you're just ticking boxes. You're like, okay,
this is
we're
done.
moving.
We're
moving. Whereas when there's an obstacle, then you retract, and then you sort of try and figure out what's going on, how did this happen, what's the lesson behind this, and then, I mean, when you move on, you've gained so much from that particular experience.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, Indaba, at the beginning, I remember we were speaking to one of our older sisters, and she was asking, are you guys gonna have a wedding? And I was like, yeah, we are, right? And I wanted to have a wedding, because I felt that I just am not a person who celebrates things, right? I've never been a person who celebrates things. And so it would be normal for me to actually not have a wedding rather than have a wedding, because I generally am not a person who celebrates things. So, and I felt that I was deserving also of a wedding. Like, I felt I am deserving of a wedding. Do I deserve a walk out down the aisle in a beautiful dress? And, I am deserving of that.
I know my worth.
Yes.
Yes, girl.
Location, I know my worth. So I did want to have a wedding. And I still do want to have a wedding, just not now. Because our vision combined is bigger than investing into that one particular day.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that that's what we've come to learn, and it's okay to change your mind, and it's okay to delay particular things because of where you are up until a time where God releases you into the right time. Yeah, because I think that's the ultimate lesson. So, will there be a wedding? No, there won't be a wedding, but there will be a wedding later. Like, later.
Will there be a wedding now? No.
No. Yeah.
There will be a wedding.
Will there be a wedding now? No, there won't be a wedding. But later, we will celebrate. Yeah.
And everyone's invited.
Yes. Just make sure you bring your donations before.
I'm not going to donate on a later.
Anyway, how you going to donate? Guys, want to donate?
Yeah.
I am accepting all expensive gifts, all different, all Christian done. Izanto, see, mashallah. But yeah, guys, there will not be a wedding, and yeah, so welcome to part 1 of this journey that's unfolding, especially for myself, because I think it will be more focused on me, this segment, than us, but you'll come in and pitch in.
When I'm required.
Yeah, because you already are Makhubalo. I'm the one who's becoming one.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, so
I don't know, girls at all. Welcome to Purpose Built with myself.
Kalogo, I'm still so gonna dial.
Okay. So
until then I'm not anymore.
and then what's gonna happen? You've built a brand.
We're gonna keep the dial, and then we're gonna add Makhubalo.
Yeah. Tati chinji Pagalobola and your tati chinji
We're gonna keep the dial for brand purposes.
Anvumi mna ndimakhiwe entsha.
Injani?
Makudilizwe.
Yo. Ayin guys, ayin nindithethelele. Yeah, guys. So thank you for watching. We're gonna end it here. Yeah. So thank you for watching, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy these videos that I'll be posting, because I think also it's so important that what I've seen most of the time have been people who share their journey once they've arrived and not share the process. And I want to be different in sharing the process, so that when you get to the end, or when you see other people's ends, you realize that it was not hunky-dory or easy. Not that I'm saying it must be difficult, but yeah, that the path is always different, sometimes challenging, sometimes smooth. Yeah.
But you're the comeback kid.
You know. Yeah, booyah. Yeah, booyah. So, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Goodbye.